Hello, welcome guys to one next episode of the United Lion Football Channel. Uh, so we're gonna do the review of the Brighton game, and we lost 3-1 at home at Old Trafford at the Theatre of Dreams. I predicted that we would have won that game 2-1. Uh, this team just knows how to spoil your weekend. They know how to ruin your plans for a wonderful weekend. Oh wait, disappointing loss. The last team to beat us at home was Brighton last September. And they beat us again at home. And between those two defeats at home to Brighton, we had 27 wins and 4 draws at home. That's how impressive our home record was between those two defeats. And now Brighton has beaten us at home for the first time in over a year. Almost a year. Okay, let's get into the game. The starting lineup. This defeat has to be placed solely at the manager Eric Ten Hag. He has to take like the bulk of the blame for this defeat. First thing, Onana and goal. Let me go through the lineup. Onana and goal. Right back, Diego Dalot. Centre back, Martinez, Lindelof. Left back, Reguilon. His first start for Manchester United since his loan from Tottenham Hotspurs. The midfield of Eriksen, Scott McTominay and Christian. The Casemiro, Scott McTominay, Eriksen, yeah. Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Højlund. Our number 9 started today. Now, the formation is actually, when you watch the game, it's actually a 4-3-1-2. That's how they were set up. That's how they were playing for majority of the game. With that formation, your width has to be provided by the wing backs. So the wing backs, the lower regular, they have to provide the width going forward. There has to be that outlet ball on the wings to go forward and get those squares in, because we have the middle of the park is so crowded for us that when the ball comes in, we have players inside the box for a shot on goal, whether it be a header or a second ball attempt on goal. This is the problem with that formation though. Their wing backs, they're always free. They always have an outlet. So Brighton could progress the football through their defensive third, midfield third and their attacking third relatively easy, because both wing backs were free. So there's always that option, always that ball out to their wing back. And then they just doubled our wing backs. Yes, our wing backs, they have so much joy on the wings, because if you really look at the game, it's actually our wing back against their wing back and their winger. So that is what Dalot and Reguilon had to be facing all game long. Now the goals came about off the wings. So they developed to the wing backs, a ball to the winger, he dribbled, and then a ball comes in on top, shot on goal, and they score. All 3 goals similar fashion. The thing is that in the preview I said it. You have to track the midfield runners. You have to track that person from midfield. That's how they have been scoring their goals all season long. And this is where the video analysis team comes into play. If you're watching Brighton football games, you'd have seen this. You would have known that's how they score majority of their goals. We were not set up to defend against this type of attacks from Brighton. We were not tracking these runners. Look at all the goals they scored, the 3 goals they scored. The persons they were all like have time, have space on the edge of the box or in the box. How do we allow them to have so much space, so much time? The Pascal goes the second goal. He did a good feint. He did a good feint to get rid of Martinez, and a very good finish. Daniel Welbeck, the first goal, Lallana, dummy, killing the love. Welbeck in the box, empty, free shot and goal. The third goal, Joe Pedro, that was a world-class finish. That was a world-class finish. But the same thing, Lamptey, the left back, he went down, he had time to look up and pick a pass. He just passed it on top. There was no one there. There was no communication. At one point in the game, Scott McTominay, he was looking at Bruno, he's looking at Casemiro like, who's the next body in midfield? It's going to be Rashford coming back? It's going to be Haaland coming back? Who's going to help them midfield? Like they didn't know what they were doing. And I'm saying, why choose this game? Why choose now to go away from the norm? Eric Ten Hag, why did you set up the team this way? Why? When you have Garnacho, Pelestri, these guys are young, they need football. You kept Pelestri. You kept him. This is them alone. Play him. The opportunity was there for you to play the youngsters. Let us see what they can do. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. Why would you went away from the formation? Why would you do that? And this Brent team is quality. They just came from beating Newcastle before international break. Newcastle. They just beat them. They have a loads of confidence. Why would you go away from the norm? And why not give these youngsters an opportunity to play, to perform? Let us see what they can do. There is no Sancho, no Anthony. Play the youngsters. Give them a chance. At this, I would have been okay if he played Martial and that week. I would have been okay if he started him. But you chose not to play with any wingers. Not to. Why? And this is just taking back to Solskjaer football game. Why we need Scott and Casemiro in the same team? We don't need them. We don't need 2 of them playing in the same 11. We do not need Casemiro and Scott McTominay. This is like McFred. Why we need 2 of them? We don't need 2 of them. And the players, they need to perform. They need to take the chances. Marcus Rashford, oh my God. He had a good game. But there were so many shots that he took where you could have played in a square for Rasmus Højlund. And it will click. It will come together. And this is what the problem is with Manchester United. There wasn't really a number 9. So those runs that Højlund is making, just watch him. This run that he's making, Rashford didn't, like last season, Martial wasn't making these runs. So in that situation, Rashford was like, okay, I'm going to go to goal because there's no one there. But now you have a number 9, he's working. He's getting in front of his defenders. He's looking for that square. He's looking for that pass back on top. He's looking for it. Play him. Play him. There was this one time when Highland he made a good turn in the center circle, played to Rashford, and he was sprinting, heading into the box. Marcus O'Shea drived and he hit the side netting, yeah. And if you look at that replay highlight, he could have just squared it for Highland. But that will come with playing games together. So I'm not worried about the link up play, I'm not worried about that. I'm just disappointed in how Eric Ten Hag set up this team thinking that we could have won the game as we said, like how we set up. We had no chance in that game. Brighton they were comfortable. There was no, we weren't aggressively pressing. We could not. We could not. The two centre backs occupied. Yes, but the two wingers were always free. How, like the ball was just progressing so easily against us. But then they was going through it easily. This one has to be an Eric Ten Hag. He has to take the blame for this one. Let me see. Martinez maybe he could have done some better with the second goal. The runners in midfield, they didn't track the runners. But that's just about it. But why set up the team that way? When knowing that nobody strength up Brighton, why do that? So it's a bad loss, guys. See you the next one.